Have you ever felt like you're running on a treadmill that never stops? You work harder, you take the extra shifts, you cut back on your coffee, and yet the numbers in your bank account remain stubbornly low. Debt isn't just a financial state, it's a heavy chain around your spirit. It keeps you awake at 3 a.m., wondering how you'll make ends meet. But what if I told you that the secret to breaking those chains isn't found in a spreadsheet or a high-interest loan? What if the key to unlocking a life of overflow was written thousands of years ago in a sacred vibration known as the Psalms? Today, we are embarking on a journey. This isn't just a video, it's a spiritual intervention. In this three-part series, we are going to explore a specific psalm that has the power to shift your reality from not enough to more than enough. If you stay with me until the end of part one, you will understand exactly why your money has been disappearing and how to stop the leak forever. Before we dive into the psalm itself, we must address the elephant in the room. Why do some people seem to attract money effortlessly while others struggle for every penny? Money is energy. It is a medium of exchange that responds to the frequency of the person holding it. When you are in debt, your internal frequency is tuned to lack. You are constantly thinking about what you don't have. You are broadcasting a signal to the universe that says, I am in need. And the universe, being a mirror, reflects that need back to you by giving you more reasons to feel needy. This is the poverty consciousness. It's a spiritual trap. To banish your debts, we don't just need to change your wallet. We need to change your vibration. This is where the Psalms come in. They are not just poems. They are ancient sound codes designed to realign your spirit with the frequency of the Creator, the source of all wealth. You've heard it at weddings or funerals, but you have likely never used it as a financial weapon. Psalm 23. Let's look at the very first line. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Stop right there. Read that again. I shall not want. In the original Hebrew context, this doesn't mean you won't desire things. It means you will lack nothing. It is a declaration of total provision. When you repeat this psalm with intention, you are firing your inner CO, the part of you that is stressed and failing, and you are hiring the divine as your shepherd. A shepherd is responsible for the sheep. The sheep doesn't worry about where the grass comes from. The sheep just follows the shepherd. By the end of this week, you will stop being the stress provider and start being the guided receiver. Why does repeating it work? Why not just read it once and be done? Think of your mind like a piece of land that has been overgrown with weeds of doubt, fear, and I can't afford it. To plant a new garden of wealth, you have to clear the weeds. Repetition is the plow. When you speak these words aloud, the sound waves vibrate through the water in your body. Science tells us that our bodies are over 70% water, and water carries memory and frequency. By chanting these sacred verses, you are literally washing your cells with the frequency of abundance. You are clearing the trauma of poverty from your DNA. Every time you say, He makes me lie down in green pastures, you are telling your nervous system that it is safe to relax. And a relaxed mind is a creative mind. A creative mind sees opportunities that a stressed mind misses, that random business idea or that lucky promotion. Those aren't accidents. They are the results of your new vibration. To make this psalm work for your debt, we have to remove the three spiritual blocks that stop the overflow. Guilt. Many of us were taught that money is the root of all evil or that being poor is holier. This is a lie. Poverty limits your ability to help others. Wealth in the hands of a good person is a tool for light. Fear of the debt collector, fear of the mail. When you read the psalm, focus on the line, I will fear no evil. Debt is a shadow, but you are walking with the light. Unworthiness. Do you secretly feel you don't deserve to be rich? The psalm says, You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Notice it doesn't say my cup is half full. It says overflow. You were created for the overflow. Before we move to part 2, where I will give you the specific 7-day ritual, you must prepare your environment. Step 1, find a sanctuary space, even if it's just a chair in the corner of your room. Step 2, write down your total debt on a piece of paper. Don't be afraid of the number. Look at it and say, you are a temporary shadow. The light is coming. Step 3, for the next 24 hours, I want you to banish the words, I can't afford it, from your vocabulary. Replace them with, that is not in my alignment right now. You are preparing the soil for the miracle. We have laid the foundation. You now understand that your debt is a vibrational mismatch and that Psalm 23 is the key to retuning your life. But how do you actually use it? What are the secret hours of the day when this psalm is 10 times more powerful? And what is the physical action you must take while reciting it to ensure money starts flowing in? In part 2, we are going into the execution phase. I will show you the overflow protocol, a step-by-step morning and evening routine that will make your creditors start calling you with settlement offers you never expected. Don't stop now. Your transformation has already begun. Click the video for part 2 and let's start the overflow. Gemini said, repeat this psalm every day and all your debts will vanish and money will overflow. Part 3, the seal of perpetual prosperity. Welcome back to the final and most important chapter of this journey. You have stayed with me through the understanding of spiritual frequency in part 1. You have learned the sacred sevenfold ritual and the timing of the golden hours in part 2. Now, we are at the finish line. Part 3 is about what we call the seal. This is the stage where you lock in your transformation so that money does not just visit you like a guest, but stays with you like a lifelong companion. Many people start a spiritual practice and see a small miracle. They find a bit of money or a debt gets settled, and then they stop. They think the work is done. But the truth is, the universe is testing your character. It wants to see if you can handle the overflow or if you will revert back to the old, scared version of yourself the moment a new challenge arises. In this final part, we are going to build your armor of maintenance. Let us talk about the valley of shadows. Even as you recite Psalm 23 every day, life will try to test your new resolve. You might be in the middle of your 7-day ritual when a surprise bill arrives in the mail. Your old self would have panicked. Your old self would have cried and said, why is this happening to me just when I started praying? But the new version of you, the verse, Ion that knows the Lord is their shepherd, responds differently. When that bill arrives, you are going to perform the emergency shift. You will look at that bill, place your hand on it, and say out loud, this is not a debt. This is an opportunity for the shepherd to show his power. I fear no evil, for my cup is already overflowing in the spiritual realm. This is what we call the armor of maintenance. It is the ability to remain unshakable while the physical world catches up to your spiritual reality. Remember, there is always a delay between the seed and the harvest. When you speak the psalm, you are planting the seed. While you wait for the money to manifest in your bank account, you must protect that seed from the birds of doubt. If you let doubt in, you dig up the seed before it can grow. Now let us focus on the final verses of the psalm. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. What does it mean for your cup to overflow? It means you have more than you need for your own bills. The reason many people stay in debt is that their prayer is too small. They only pray to pay off their debt. They pray for just enough, but the universe does not work in just enough. The universe works in abundance. When you pray for overflow, the debt becomes a tiny speck in the middle of a vast ocean of wealth. You must start seeing yourself as a person who helps others pay their debts. This shift in identity from a victim of debt to a distributor of wealth is the secret to vanishing your own liabilities. There is a specific technique for the final 3 days of your practice. We call it the testimony of the future. In your morning session, after you have finished your 7 recitations, I want you to spend 5 minutes speaking as if the debt is already gone. Do not say, I will be debt free. Say, I am so grateful, Ted, had my burdens have been lifted. Speak about how it feels to wake up with a light heart. Speak about the freedom you feel when you look at your bank account. By doing this, you are sealing the vibration into your present reality. You are telling the universe that the miracle is already a fact. Once the money starts flowing, and it will, you must manage it with the same respect you gave the psalm, do not go back to mindless spending. Honor the overflow. Set aside a portion for your future, a portion for your present needs, and a portion for charity. This is the law of the threefold flow. When you keep the money moving in these 3 directions, the shepherd ensures that the green pastures never go dry. As we conclude this series, I want to give you a final scripted affirmation to use alongside the psalm. This is the seal. Repeat these words after your ritual. I am a magnet for divine supply. My debts are dissolving into the light of truth. I am no longer a slave to interest or lack. I am a child of the King, and my inheritance is abundance. The wealth of the universe flows to me and through me for the good of all. It is done. It is done. It is done. You have all the tools now. You have the knowledge, the ritual, and the armor. The only thing left is for you to be consistent. Do not do this for one day and expect a mountain to move. Do it every day until the mountain becomes a plain. The power is in your voice. The power is in your faith. Your debts are not your identity. Your struggle is not your story. You are moving into a season of overflow that will leave you and your family changed forever. Thank you for embarking on this spiritual journey with me. If you have felt a shift in your energy while listening to these 3 parts, take that as the first sign of your miracle. Go forth now, recite the words, hold this, e-vision, and prepare for the overflow. Your life will never be the same again.